Hello everyone, welcome to Shetvidya Mandir High School and Junior College. This is SSC online audio video lesson. Today we are going to study Geography, Chapter 3, Humidity and Clouds for Standard 8th by Miss Deepa Podar. This is an introduction about what I am going to teach you in this video. First we are going to just revise evaporation, then we will study humidity, two types of humidity, absolute humidity, relative humidity, and also we will study condensation, densification and sublimation. Okay, so before we start I'll show you a picture. I'll try to read it for you if it is not clear. It is very sunny today. The wind has stopped blowing. I foresee sandstorm. Let's go quickly inside the house. Now female says, yes, even I feel the same. Come, let's go fast. Okay, so can you understand the conversation between these two people? So what they are saying is, they are saying that wind stopped blowing and they can see the storm is coming. Storm, that is a sandstorm. Okay. Now let's read the another one. One person says, buddy, it is very hot today. And the other one says, yes, Soham, I'm literally soaked because of the sweat. Okay, so this conversation will say you that it is a very hot day for these people at that region. Next one is, childrens, come fast, wear your sweaters and then play again. Then children says, mommy, please wait, let us play, please. So can you see there's a snow over there and the mother is asking them to wear a sweater and be safe. Okay, so we studied three different types of seasons. Okay, or we can say three different types of climate. Okay, now we will try to get to know why this happens and how this happens. So all these happens because of evaporation, right? We all know that evaporation is the process converting water into steam or water vapor. Because the sun's heat, the water on the earth gets converted into water vapor. The process of evaporation is depend on the dryness, temperature and speed of the wind. Okay, we all know this evaporation process. Now evaporation process is very much related to humidity. Okay, so I hope you all know that evaporation process. I'll go back to the humidity. So humidity, I will also try to show you the examples and will teach you. Now the portion of the water vapor in the air is called humidity. Now in the air, how much water is there will tell you the humidity. Okay, now the dryness in the air means it has much humidity. Okay, higher in humidity. And when there's a water level which is high in the air, it means humidity is very low. Okay, with the example that I displayed you will tell you exactly what it is. Okay, so take a tray and put a sponge on that and keep pouring water. Okay, when you'll pour water, it will soak up. When you'll pour more, it will again soak up, right? It will soak the water. But when you will keep pouring the water, what will happen? The water will be here and there, and you can see the moisture is increasing. Okay, so here I'll try to explain you a little more. That is, the moisture holding capacity of the air become equal to the proportion of moisture present in it. Okay, this is called saturation of the air. Okay, so I hope that you learned this example. I'll try to explain you again if you wish to. So what is humidity? When you put some low amount of water in the sponge, you can see the sponge as a cloud also. Okay, when there is very less amount of water in the cloud, it will give you more humidity, and when there's a more amount of water in the air or in the cloud, it will give you less humidity. Okay, so now we will go to absolute humidity. The amount of water vapor in 1 qm of air is the absolute humidity of air. For example, the absolute humidity of air near coastal area is higher than air in the interior area. So what is absolute humidity? Absolute humidity means when there is a good amount of water in the air. Okay. Now we will go to relative humidity. The amount of water vapor present in air can be expressed as the percentage of the amount needed for the saturation. Now when there is a air, we can assume that this much humidity should be there. Okay, when you are assuming it, you are assuming it with some research, with some uh, past research or past document, right? So with the research that you are doing it is called as relative humidity, right? So if it is a very sunny day, what we will say that the temperature, maybe it is 34 degrees Celsius, right? Or 34 degree, like that, right? So when you're guessing it, that will be relative, and when you check it with a proper number, that will be absolute, right? So when you're guessing the humidity is called relative humidity, and when you will get then absolute humidity, the absolute number, that will be called as absolute humidity. Okay, now I will try to show you one more example here. So these are the examples of evaporation, condensation and densification. So when you cover a pressure cooker, or we can say, take some water in the pressure cooker, and cover it with the uh, vessel of the cooker. Okay, now when you heat it, okay, when you put it on the gas and when it is very heated, you put a lid of it. Okay, and when you put some utensil near it, you will see that there's a steam on the utensil. Okay, and when you take away the utensil for a minute or for a few seconds, you can see that the vapor are converted into water, right? If you wish to, you can have your parents or guardian under assistant and do this experiment also. Okay, so what is happening in this experiment is water is turning into gaseous state, and the gaseous state is again converting it into water, right? Now the next example, we can see that you can see, you can put some water, take a glass with a flat bottom, put some ice cubes in that, and then keep this glass in a room for 2 to 3 minutes. So what happens here is called condensation. Okay, when the water vapors in the air comes into contact with the cold surface. Okay, so in the room temperature, the temperature is very high from the ice cubes, right? So when they both attracts, they create a small droplets of water near the glass. That is called condensation. Okay, so right now here we are going to study condensation, densification and sublimation. So what are these? These are basically changes happens in the water to vapor, vapor to water. Okay, the process of changing of water vapor in the air into water is called condensation or densification. Okay, got it? So the two examples that I showed you, that is condensation, or it can also be called as densification. Both are same. Now we'll study what is sublimation. Okay, the process of vapor gas changing into solid state is called sublimation. So when you put some water in the refrigerator and it will become a ice cube, it means that the liquid turned into solid, right? So that is called sublimation. Okay, Liquid state and gaseous state comes under condensation and densification, and the solid state comes under sublimation. So here we are. So you can read it here. The process of changing of water vapor in the air into water is called condensation and densification. Right? Now changing this into solid state is called sublimation. Okay? So I hope you understood this, and we can ahead further to the next topics of the chapter. Thank you so much. Have a very nice day.